everyone, my name is Gabby, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super review, this time reviewing episode 94. With the tournament getting ever closer, the team starts gathering together. All that's left is for Goku to come back with Frieza. But the God of Destruction of Universe 4 is working together with the one from Universe 9 to try and sabotage Universe 7. They send assassins to try and kill Frieza, so they'll be a member short and be instantly disqualified. Except perhaps Universe 9 didn't know about all the training Frieza had gotten since his first resurrection. This isn't going to be easy. So, what did I like about this episode? Well, first of all, actually, this episode was honestly really kind of funny. From Krillin's spit takes to 17's terrible joke to Vegeta having to lie to Trunks and trying to pretend that actually no, Frieza is now a good guy, I guess, and him feeling that even lying about that is making him feel completely sick to his stomach. I mean, I don't know, Dragon Ball Super has done jokes before and have done sort of comedic episodes before, but I feel like the way they put in comedy in this episode was specifically really good. Like, it really integrated well into like the events of the episodes, and it all made sense for the characters. And like it made it like entertaining to watch without like also making me feel like I shouldn't be taking anything seriously. Like, I still took it seriously, but I was also able to laugh, and like that was really fun. That makes an episode enjoyable. Also, let's talk about Frieza. While I still don't really feel like we needed him in this tournament, I do also admit that they are actually implementing him pretty well, and it's honestly kind of really entertaining, because of the fact that the way that they're treating Frieza, and they're like, Frieza is essentially now like kind of the token evil teammate, because like he's not pretending that anything other than just he is completely evil, and he basically just wants to kill everyone, and he's going to take that opportunity whenever he can. I mean, the first thing that he does pretty much when he comes back to life is basically sucker punch Goku, which is something I was kind of disappointed didn't happen last episode, but it did happen this episode, because I felt like that's totally in character for Frieza to do, being like, hey look, I have a body now, I can hurt Goku, oh, look at that, I hit you Goku, isn't that great, I'm so evil. And the thing is, Goku knows this, he gets this, and he gets all of the issues that are going to come out of Frieza being alive again, and so at this point he's kind of just sort of sitting there being like, oh, I mean Frieza, like, I know you want to be evil and stuff, but we kind of don't really have time for this right now. I don't have time for your shit. Can you just grab onto me? Get out. Oh, no, you're not going to grab. You're not going to. You're going to kill these guys. Good. Alright, Frieza, whatever you say. It actually adds a lot of diversity to this kind of team roster. The fact that we do have this character now, this character who is totally going to do the, like, you know, the evil decision every time, and everyone else kind of has to accept it because he's probably going to help them win the tournament. And it is going to be fun to see, and Goku and Frieza's interactions here were pretty fun to see. Also, holy crap, guys, can we talk about that transformation sequence? At the end of the episode, Frieza basically, like, transforms into his sort of, you know, golden Frieza form, and they actually like treat it, and they actually animate it like a legitimate transformation sequence. Like, they do it sort of bit by bit, piece by piece. It's like you like they should have a shot of one bit of him transforming and a shot of another bit of him transforming, and like that's what you normally expect from a transformation sequence. Like, especially Frieza's transformation sequences in the original series are handled like that even in the manga, and Dragon Ball Super hasn't really done transformations like that. Generally when they do transformations, it's just like they sort of power up a bit and then like flash of light and then they're instantly transformed, and like it's fun to see a transformation actually done like this. That's really cool. We haven't really seen that since like back when Super Saiyan was new. They probably won't ever do it again, but it was really cool to see, and I haven't really been able to say that about a transformation sequence in Dragon Ball Super besides the Ribrianne Magical Girl parody, so yeah, that was cool. As to what I didn't like about this episode, well, honestly, like, I've got to admit, while I am kind of enjoying some of the stuff that Frieza is doing and his interactions with Goku and some of the other characters, I've got to admit there is still one thing that is kind of making me feel like, oh, I don't really know if this was particularly the best idea to do at all, and that is the fact that for them bringing Frieza back for this tournament, not only are they making this feel like a really big deal, but honestly, they're kind of making it feel like a bigger deal than it felt like in Resurrection F. And that in itself is pretty strange, because if they're trying to do something, if they're trying to kind of repeat something from a big spectacle movie, you wouldn't expect them to actually try and outdo the movie. you honestly would have expected them to try and sort of do something a bit smaller in scale, but also a bit like more personal, or like, in a different kind of angle. But here it just feels like, Golden Frieza's transformation sequence here was a bigger deal and looks cooler than the transformation sequence in the movie. And that is very, very odd. It kind of feels like we're working backwards here. If Super is going to try and repeat something that is already done before, the assumption is it's probably not going to be able to capture the same sort of magic, so it's probably not going to try and put all of its stakes forward. But here it feels like they are. Maybe that's really more Resurrection F's fault, or the Resurrection F arc in Super's fault, for not being as much of a high spectacle as you'd expect it to be, but it is sort of feeling like, yeah, like Resurrection F was supposed to happen after this or something, and this is like the big, big triumphant return even though it's not. So it's a little strange. So as for next episode, well, those assassins are going after Frieza, and I guess we're going to see if the self-proclaimed Emperor of the Universe can control his desire to basically just murder everyone on sight. And I do also wonder how Goku is going to react to it. So yeah, if you're wondering, no, the tournament is not starting yet, but the end is actually in sight. From some leaked episode synopses and stuff, it looks like the tournament is going to be starting in episode 97. So yeah, it's coming, guys. The tournament is coming, just not yet. We've got another 3 more weeks. So that was Dragon Ball Super episode 94. Honestly, a little bit of a nothing episode once again. Not much was really accomplished, but I honestly did really enjoy it. It's honestly really strange to say this, but the Universe Survival arc in some areas is just so much better than everything we've gotten before. It feels like one of the biggest issues is that it's kind of just retroactively making the earlier parts of Super look even worse. I mean, the arc's not perfect. It's got a lot of dumb moments and it's basically fan service galore, but at the very least they kind of know. The staff at Toei know what they're supposed to be putting attention on, what's supposed to be important, and what works and what doesn't. If they can make an episode like this actually seem legitimately interesting and legitimately entertaining, I'm honestly getting much more hopeful that they'll be able to pull off the actual tournament, which is something I wasn't really expecting at the start of this arc. Maybe it's bad to be this optimistic. Maybe my hopes and dreams are going to be crushed eventually, but you know what? I want to believe. I want to believe that Toei can pull this off. Pull all of these plot threads and ideas together into a cohesive story that's starting pretty soon. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I am hoping just as much as everyone. So this is Gabby, signing out, and I'll see you all next week. Bye guys!